We was told to look at the Bible as our story. We was told to find ourselves in the characters, to see our struggle when they struggle, and believe that the blessing was waiting for us if we stayed faithful. What if I told you we've been reading the script backwards? What if the reason that book feels like it fits the white power structure perfectly ain't because it's a moral manual for our liberation, but because it's a confession of our oppression? We've been trying to force ourselves in a story that was written to justify how we were replaced. I'm about to show you right now that the Bible ain't the story of the black man's victory. It is the blueprint of how the oppressor moved in and took the birthright and convinced the world it was his by divine right. They convinced us by divine right we supposed to be oppressed, bro. Think about that. Look at the players. You have Esau and you have Jacob. We all know who we call Esau, and we all know who we call Jacob. Esau, firstborn, black man, original, elder. We was the one who had the birthright, or the ones who were supposed to keep the birthright. But then we have Jacob, the younger. The name literally means supplanter, trickster. Ask yourself, with our state today, who tricked or supplanted who? Because it definitely ain't nobody that look like me supplanting or tricking anybody, because we get tricked, and we the ones running around believing lies that was taught to us by our enemies. But this represents the white power structure that came into the scene much later, which mainstream science will back. If you understand history, you know these people never won wars by force. Look how they came right here in America. Look at what they're doing all around the world. It's never by force. You are destroyed from the inside out because they understood one thing that's clearly stated in the Bible. A body divided amongst itself can't stand. They always cause internal division and wait for the right moment. They don't take your power by force. It's by way of paper and smiles, contracts. The story says Esau sold his birthright for a bowl of pottage. Now check this out. I really want you to go deep in that line and think about the state of our people all throughout history and how we lack the very basic things to survive, and how we had to take literally nothing and make deals just to receive literally nothing, only to have to repay that back and some and never regain footing. Just think real deep on that. But let's get back to the story. But for a bowl of pottage, because he was faint and hungry. Think about it. How are our people done today? And ask yourself who this fits. It definitely ain't us. Think about how this looks in our history. The supplanter, wasting to the original people, are in a state of crisis, who've been in a crisis for 400 years since. Whether it's famine, war, poverty, they show up with a deal, and it usually ends in our destruction. They offer a temporary meal, relief, solution, in the form of integration, paper money, or protection. And in the fine print, we sign away our very lives. We gave up our sovereignty for a bowl of soup. I'm going to repeat that one more time because it sounds exactly how I said it. We gave up our sovereignty for a bowl of fucking soup. This is the part they don't want you to see. When it was time for Jacob to get the actual blessing, he had to commit the ultimate act of identity theft. And I'm going to just slide this in here real quick. But one of the commandments is thou shalt not lie. He received the blessing based upon a lie. And we teach this as if it is okay without ever even thinking about it. But let me move on. He put animal skins on his arms to mimic the feel of his brother and wore his brother's clothes to mimic his smell. He won before the Father, disguised as the firstborn. And check this out. Ask yourself, who has done this all around the world? Because it definitely ain't us. Look at us today, and then start looking at other societies, and then you tell me who fits in this story perfectly. See, y'all stuck on the fact, oh yeah, who the only person in the world came by ship? Bullshit. They came here by ship, Ellis Island. And we got shipped out of here all around the world. And what they say is going to be war all around the world until the people get right back into their rightful land. Now check this shit out. There's a whole bunch of motherfuckers in Africa, but war is still all around the world. But where are the original people or not? Where are all the people they exported up out of here? But let me get back to the story. This is exactly how the white power structure operates. They took our history. They took our ancient spiritual texts. And they put on our skin and gave us their nature and mind. They painted the prophets in their image. They made Jesus look like them. They took the identity of the chosen and wore it like a costume into the world. Even God's legal system on earth, which is us, started recognizing them as the rightful heirs. I want you to ask yourself again. Ask any Christian today or anyone and tell me, am I lying about what I just said? Think about the prophecy itself. The elder shall serve the younger. The text tells you the outcome before it even happens. Who's serving who today? Because ain't no motherfucker serving us. The elder shall serve the younger. Genesis 25:23. Only thing we getting served is bullshit. The elder is the black man, the original, the firstborn, the one who should be leading. The younger, the white power structure, the newcomer, the supplanter, the one that needs God in the Bible. Look around you. Who is serving who? The people with the oldest history and the most resources on their soil are at the bottom, while the younger nations sit in the seat of the blessing. It ain't a mistake, and it ain't a curse. It's a system that was scripted in this book long ago. See, I tell people all the time, we not cursed from no motherfucker biting no apple. We are cursed for the lack of knowledge. That's the real curse. Because if we knew better, we would definitely do better than believe in this bullshit. We've been looking at Jacob as the hero, trying to be like him. But we aren't Jacob. We never was. Jacob is not our nature. Jacob is a fucking liar, man. We are the firstborn who got played. And I know this is going to be shocking for a lot of people who invested their whole life in this bullshit. This is my call, though, and I got to do what I got to do. And I got to make sure the right seeds are planted so you can reap a harvest in your heart like God said. See, the new people ain't supposed to be reading from no book and man-made words. He said he's going to write the commandments on our heart. How do I know these things? Because he done wrote this shit on my heart, and I'm sharing it with you. We are the ones who were out in the field doing the work. Think about the bullshit story of slavery they told us, man. While the supplanter was in the tent, owned the farm or the house. Yes, sir, boss. Plotting on our inheritance. The Bible fits the oppressor because it describes his rise to power to a fucking T. Look at the work. It's fucking mental and psychological genius. The contract. It describes his methods, the contract, the disguise, and the theft. Once you see the mask, you can't unsee this shit. It's time to stop trying to find ourselves in their victory story and start realizing that we are the original heirs to the birthright that was stolen right out from under our feet, man. I told you, I'm just getting started, man. Like, share, subscribe, follow. We going hard.